Hi guys. Okay, I'm on my way home from having lunch with Susan, and this is the Long Island Expressway. I don't know what happened here, but it looks like they've got 1, 2, 3 fire engines, fire marshal, police. Uh-oh. A car has overturned. Thank God it's not on fire. Looked like it was rear-ended and then overturned the car. I've heard terrible things about this highway, that it's the longest parking lot in the world. I can see why they would call it that. The other side is backed up. Now when I was heading east, this side was all backed up, and now it's congested over there on the side. Now that I'm going west, it's not as bad as the ones going east, but it was pretty bad going west when I was coming this way. But we had a wonderful lunch. We ate at Outback. We had filet mignon. Susan ordered hers, and I said, I'll have the same. We got the same, the steak cooked the same way, rare. We both got a tossed salad with blue cheese dressing on the side, and they had bread, and I did break my keto diet today. But I'm doing the 1 meal a day plan now. I started that on Saturday because I was at a standstill again of not losing weight again. So, you know, I'm at 191. I really want to get down at least in the 180s. So I feel like that I have made some progress. I was 209 when I started. I'm at 191 now, but I mean, my clothes are a little looser, but not a lot looser. And I mean, my jeans are still kind of tight in the waist. So, you know, I'm really not exercising. So I know that's one detriment to me, not being able to lose the weight as fast as I would like to. Now, about 15 years ago, I was on Dr. Atkins and, you know, eating the 3 meals a day, but staying on low carb. And with Dr. Atkins, even in the initiation period, you can consume 21 carbs a day. Keto, you can't consume hardly none, maybe 0 to 7 a day. So I had cut way back on my carbs, and I had dropped maybe another 4 or 5 pounds, and then I was at another standstill. So that's when I decided Saturday to do the 1 meal a day. I really need to do some more investigating research on it because I don't know a lot about it. But I do know that as long as I drink the bulletproof coffee, which is butter and coconut oil in my coffee in the mornings, it does keep me satiated. I don't really get hungry throughout the day. And when I do get hungry, I just drink another cup of coffee, and that perks me up and gives me a little bit of energy until dinner time. And I've been eating dinner around 5 and then going to bed around 9 or 10. So if y'all are, you know, still stuck at home, or even if the isolation procedures have been upped in your area, I was just listening to a radio in Connecticut, and Governor Lamont there has issued a new order that restaurants have to close by 9:30 p.m. and people have to isolate after that time. But I guess he's not really closing the businesses down per se, but he is cutting back on when people are in contact with each other, because there's another surge of the coronavirus in Connecticut. Susan was telling me, I said, she said, when is Zues going to come? I said, well, he he had to postpone his trip because of some things that came up, and maybe he'll be able to come next month. And she said, well, he'll have to get a coronavirus test before he comes. I think she said 3 days before he comes. And then after he gets to New York, he'll have to take another coronavirus test and stay isolated until those results come back. So I don't look for Zues to come at all this year. And I apologize for that. I'm so sorry, but we have to do what is right and what is safe for our health and the health of others. And having someone come to visit you that's coming from a state where the coronavirus has spiked, of course, Governor Cuomo is not going to allow them to be out and about among others, because he's been really, really good and really forceful with the rules of keeping New York safe and saving lives. I mean, I do credit him to saving hundreds of thousands of lives. There's so many people who would have contracted the virus and died from it if he had not taken the strict precautionary measures that he did in the very beginning. So I do praise our governor for doing that. So y'all can leave me some comments below and let me know, how are things in your state, in your county, in your town? Have the isolation rules been reinforced or more strict, or have they been more lenient and less? Just wondering how it's going in your part of the country. I really don't think it's going to ever get any better until there's a vaccine for it. I still take all precautionary measures. I use my hand sanitizer. If I'm in a store or wherever I go, I keep my 6 feet distance. I make sure my mask is on tight and secure on my face. I did go to the hair salon the other day. Y'all could see my new haircut and the video that I did. Then I did go get my hair cut, but my hairstylist wears a mask, and she also has the plexiglass dividers in between her station and the other station. It's a small salon, so there are only 2 stations there. She doesn't have a lot of people working for her. And she has a buzzer on the door. It stays locked. She only buzzes in one person at a time. So how is it in the salon where y'all go to get your hair cut, or the barber shop? Do they let just one person in at a time? That's the way that they should do, and they should sanitize and clean it in between each person. If a patron comes in there and sits down in the chair and wipes their mouth or their nose or something, and then touches the handle of the chair, and then you come in and sit down beside it, sit down in that chair too and touch the same handle, you're going to contract the coronavirus if the patron before you has it. It is so contagious. I mean, Jill caught it, and she was fully outfitted in her surgical, the protective equipment, personal protective equipment, medical protective equipment, a mask and a shield and gloves, a gown, shoe coverings, everything. She got it in March, and then I got it from her. We don't know if Husani contracted it or not. We kind of think that he had to have, because he was around her. I mean, he did sleep in a separate bedroom from her when she did test positive for it. But we were in the same house with her, and then when I got it, I stayed isolated upstairs in the bedroom for 2 weeks. Actually, more than 2 weeks. Even after the 2 weeks were up, I still had symptoms from it and could barely walk up and down the stairs. anyway, the sun is setting, but I don't see the sun itself. I guess it's already gone down behind the clouds. Yeah, it's 5:55, but it's really 6:55. Jill hates it when I do that. When we first change back to standard time, and I say, but it's 5:55, but it's really I'll say an hour later, an hour earlier. But it's the truth. I mean, you still have to think about, well, it is. You know, we've been used to living on daylight savings time since what, March or April? But anyway, I'm going to shut this off and turn my radio on. I do listen to this station out of Connecticut, and I love it because it plays all of my old favorite songs from the 90s and 2000s. So I hope you enjoyed my little vlog. I want you to know how much I love you and how much I enjoy reading your comments. Thank you so much. Time is a valuable asset. It's in short supply. And for you to spend your time here with me, I do appreciate it. And y'all just keep on coming back. Good night, guys.